Hello, everyone. So, what I was thinking here is that it would be kind of an interesting study to do is to compare DC's Dark Days, the Forge comic, with Secret Empire. Both the two event comics from either big two companies, DC and Marvel, and try to get a handle on what these companies are doing right now. Uh, like for instance, Marvel is always, even with these covers, we can see two major differences, major differences in between the objectives of these stories. Here, for Secret Empire, we have more of a realistic style on their cover. Everything looks more real. You have little, bullet casings on the ground. It's gritty. It's more realistic. Hawkeye's, terrified. You have these hands coming out here. You have all the heroes all broken and dead, and it looks just kind of scary. While with this comic, it's more fantastical. You have this image of like a post-apocalyptic city. You have this giant statue. You have Batman here bravely going into the city to discover things like all this futuristic tech. So it's more like like a fantasy. Like if this is more realistic and more the world outside your window, Marvel, then this would be more fantastical, like a big event. This big event comic is more of a epic. It's more of a fantasy story than this one is. As far as artwork goes, if we're comparing the two, I think the artwork on this one's really good. On Secret Empire is really good, but on I like this image from Dark Days of the Forge better. And this image actually appears in this comic book. Like this is illustrating what's happening in this comic book. This never happens in this comic book. This is just like maybe a teaser for the next comic book or something. I haven't read number 6 yet, but this never happens in this comic book. This happens. So I think that's just kind of an interesting comparison between these two. Even looking at the covers, we see just a fundamental difference between the two. So now we get into the artwork on the inside. So the same thing, like for this comic book, you have some of the top people in the industry. Stan Lee, Andy Kubert, John Romita Jr. drawing your comic book. So everything looks fantastic. Everything is clearly defined. There are no muddy lines. The colors are great. Everything looks fantastic. For Secret Empire, there's only a single drawer, Andrea Sorrentino. She's the only one drawing this comic book. She's the only artist credited. And it's just kind of, for your seminal piece, like for your comic book that's supposed to be selling your universe right now, this art, I don't like this kind of gritty, dark, realistic style very much. There are some images that look kind of cool, like Herc looks pretty good, but mostly, I don't like this style. So, as far as that goes, as far as art, I think it's a clear cut win for Dark Days. And the reason I'm comparing these two is because these are the two big event comics that came out in the same week from both Marvel and DC, and these are the flagship. This is the flagship series for these companies. So as far as that goes, as far as art goes, this is way better. So, cover art, inside art, way better. Art is muddy. There's only a single artist. I don't know if I don't know if she's doing all of the artwork for all of this. Maybe she's overworked because this, like I said, some of this looks good. This part kind of looks good. This image of Thor's hammer looks good, but a lot of it I don't think looks very good. So, and then we're getting into like the story of each. The entire story of Secret Empire, if I'm going to sum it up, is we're finding the pieces of the Cosmic Cube to erase everything that's happening. Both sides of Secret Empire have the same objective. They're going to use the Cosmic Cube for different things, but they're both doing the same thing. And that seems kind of redundant to me. I don't know. Like, if you're going to have both sides have the same objective, I don't know. That was pretty ridiculous. And also, this is convoluted. Like, a lot of the plot devices here, like this time traveling message device, super convoluted. Not sure what's like. I went to the store and to the comic store when I was picking up this Secret Empire book, and I noticed that there was like the tie-in issue. Let's see if they have the list of tie-ins they have in the back. There are so many tie-ins, like new books, like Secret Empire, Brave New World. That's a new book just for Secret Empire. And then they have just all of these tie-ins to Secret Empire, Secret Warriors. Oh, there's another Occupy Avengers. Yay, there's another tie-in book that's just for Secret Empire. It's just, why do you need so many? Secret Empire Underground, Secret Empire United. It's just, you have your main series, and you have all of these tie-in books when the plot of this whole thing is not that complicated. And all of the allegories and the parallels to Nazi Germany is really ham-fisted. In the Deadpool book that I read, Deadpool 32, that one, there's literally Hydra agents burning books. Like gathering books up into a pile and burning them. It's like, wow, how hard can you beat someone over the head with a story, with a allegory? This is Nazi Germany now. And most of this comic for Dark Days was set up, but it was all so well set up that they're weaving, like, they're adding fantastical elements to the story. They're introducing their players. They are introducing the characters to all the characters. The artwork all looks great. And it just stands to be a real contrast to what's happening over here in the Secret Empire. So, I don't know. I just thought it kind of, just the stuff, like how the care that they're taking with this, like having so many people work on their top book is it shows a big difference in between there. For this book, for Secret Empire, they only have a few people working on it. It's already had a delay, and now this week they're actually having Marvel Generations come out, and that's stuff that's happening at the end of Secret Empire. It's just a mess. Like, I don't. I think this artwork could have looked a lot better if you had like a couple more artists on it. I don't know, like three artists, like this did, where every single page just looks amazing. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little commentary on even the art style, how the art style of these two books just it shows a big difference between what's going on, I think, in these two events. They want to draw a lot more parallels to like the real world here and try to I don't know, like I don't get big into the politics of the situation with this. People have said that it's supposed to be like a big Trump allegory, for taking over and whatever, but I get more vibes from like a Nazi Germany rather than than a Trump thing. But maybe that's what they're getting for, or they're going for. I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out if I read more of this Secret Empire. But that's all I had for you. Just put more care into you should put more care into your biggest comic coming out, because it reflects really badly, I think, when you don't put as much. They put their best guys on this book, on Dark Days, because they knew that this is our flagship event. We want to put our best foot forward. You should always put your best foot forward on your big thing, on your big events, because that way it reflects better on everything else. If your big event comic is not up to par, then it reflects badly on everything else, and it doesn't make me excited to pick up any of this, that's for sure. Anyway, that's all I had for you. Thanks for watching.